So it's the 20th day of February, and today is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, CHISOM Marianne Odimwe. Yesterday was CHIMAOBI Kennedy Odimwe's birthday too. And for the longest time, I've always wanted to do this, talk about my siblings. I think today is the perfect day to talk about them. My siblings are the most annoying people on earth, but they are the most people I laugh with. And since leaving Anambra State and being in Kaduna, is one of the things that I have missed so much. And I've said, the story of how I'm the only one in this Kaduna State. I do not know anybody here. I came only Odemwhere that's ever been in Kaduna, stayed in Kaduna. I know at the beginning of staying in Kaduna, one of the things I really missed a lot was my family, my mom, my dad, and my siblings. Every time I go back to Anambra State, those children remind me again and again how important they are to me. And honestly, words cannot express like the feelings that I have for my siblings or how I deeply feel for my siblings. There is no dull moment with them. And the funny thing is, we can exist in a comfortable silence. Like one day you can come into the house and everywhere is just quiet. And the next hour, everywhere is in a state of uproar. Everybody's shouting, people are dancing, people are sharing jokes, running around, insulting one another, quarreling. It's always like a beautiful time. And, anytime I leave Anambra for Kaduna, this one that I just came back from Anambra, I just remember something ridiculous one of my brothers said. I would just be like, what a fool. What a stupid boy. What is he saying? I remember my sister. I'm just like, this one did Chris. I can remember while I was 7 in the year 2023, and there were plans by my extended family for me to do some migration. Do some migration is funny. But for me to, leave Nigeria and go to another country to further my studies. And I can remember when that news came, I broke down in tears. Not because migration is bad or whatever. I was already suffering in Kaduna emotionally. I was already struggling because I didn't have my family, and I missed them terribly. Because I'd see, like the family I was staying, I'd see the union they had. I'd see how, my colleagues at work, how they related with their family, how they could easily travel and see their family. I couldn't do that. That thing made me so low in spirit. And technology didn't play even a good role because it was just like, yes, you're hearing their voice, but you want to spend time in their presence. So I was really lonely. I really wanted to see my family. I really wanted to see my siblings. So when that news came, I was just like, imagine traveling miles away. So Kaduna is in Nigeria. I could, take a quick flight to Anambra, a 45 minutes flight, an hour flight to Anambra. If we're going to go by road, I can spend a day on the road to see my family. And I'll be spending close to like 100K. But if I migrate to somewhere like Canada, that is a distance from Nigeria. One, the air tickets, crazy. You'll be spending up to like $3,000 plus to come back to Nigeria. And I was like, no, I am not doing this thing with you people. One of my biggest motivations for not wanting to go. I didn't tell my extended family no. But one of the things that made me sad or even derailed me from taking a decision was because of my siblings. Imagine the emotional suffering I was facing in Kaduna. Now I'm going to Canada. I have family in Canada, but where I will be schooling might be far away from them. And they're not my siblings anyways. The time zones, and just like that, I have been uprooted from my siblings' life. I won't be there for Christmas. I won't be there for New Year. I won't be there for graduations. I won't be there for birthdays. I won't be there for anything important in their life. that thing filled me with so much sadness. Like I remember talking to my housemate, I was like, it's an it's a very unpopular opinion, and yeah, it could be controversial, but I do not care. I don't think your search for greener pastures should take you away from your family. I don't think your search for a better life is worth a father being away from his family, a mother being away from her family, a child being away from their family. I don't think it's worth it. Like staying 10 years in another country without seeing your family. That always blew my freaking mind. 10 years at a stretch without having any form of physical contact with your family because you are looking for greener pastures, because you want to get your permanent residence. Is not worth it. It's deeply not worth it. Because family time is important. Spending time with the people that really care about you is important. So the only thing now you do for your family is to throw money at them and to throw gifts at them, but you don't even know them anymore. Because I promise you, the years I've spent in Kaduna, my siblings have grown up and a lot of things have changed about them. And anytime I come back, I'm always like trying to soak up the moment, ask more questions, observe. Because the person I left at the beginning of the year is no longer the person I'm meeting at the end of the year. That's why I get away from social media. Like my phone is away from me. I just want to be there with them, ask more questions, do life with them. So going to Canada was just like, that's a lot. I don't know how to stay in this place for years without seeing any member of my family. And I was so scared of us growing up because when everybody's growing up, my brother will soon go to the university. One of my sisters is in university. I have a nurse as a sister, and she will soon like be going to through a different. My nurse is CHISOM, the one that is celebrating her birthday today. She will soon be, charting a different path from us, and it's like, but that was not the deal. We were all growing up together, so why can't we grow old together? So everybody gets married, everybody has their own home. And it's just like you become a stranger to your sibling. And I swear to God, that's the one thing that has given me so much fear about like life. One of the things, because I can't imagine a world where I and my siblings will not be together in one room, just having fun, like at a stretch back to back, like when we were younger, doing sleepovers together in a room. I like growing old or becoming an adult. I don't even know why we wanted this. But then growing old helps you create systems. And by the grace of God, I pray that the systems that you create for your own life favors you and adds quality to your life. Because it's a system of continuing to be friends with your siblings, being involved in your siblings' life, being active in your siblings' life, talking to your siblings even in the distance, being a safe space for them anyways. My siblings are the loves of my life. I'm not even going to lie to you. They are fools, they are annoying, but they were my first friends. They were the first people I started doing life with. They were the first people that gave me a quality of life. So I'm honoring them today. Chisom, Uchechukwu, Chemele, Chimobi. I honor you guys. Yes, we might not always be together in one place, but just know that every waking moment of my life, you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts. You know how crazy it is that whenever I come to Kaduna, I'm looking forward to another December because it's just like, I want to go back home and miss my family. Or I'm looking for a better, state of life because I want to have the opportunity to travel whenever I want to travel, meet my siblings wherever they are. If you like be in Antarctica, I'm a fly to Antarctica to see you because I have the means to do so. It's also one of the reasons why I want to make money. I want to be wealthy because I want to travel to anywhere they are and just spend time with them. I don't know what your own state with your siblings are, but I hope it's a good state. I hope it is. I love you guys so much. And happy birthday, CHISOM and CHIMAOBI, once again. I love you.